The advice is well-intentioned and wrong. Work harder, stay disciplined, save carefully, and the gap between where you are and where you want to be will close. It is the foundational promise of the economic system most people in the developed world were raised inside. The data does not support it, not because effort is irrelevant. Effort is necessary, but effort within the wrong framework. Working harder inside a structure that was designed to extract value from your labor rather than reward it produces more extraction, not more accumulation. The two economies. There are effectively two parallel economies operating simultaneously in every developed country. The first is the labor economy. You exchange time and skill for money. The money arrives, gets taxed, and is spent on the goods and services required to maintain your life and working capacity. If you work harder in this economy, you earn more money. That money is taxed at the highest rates the code applies to income. What remains is used to maintain a lifestyle that costs more each year due to inflation. The ceiling on this economy is fixed by the hours in a day and the rates employers are willing to pay. The second is the capital economy. You own assets, stocks, real estate, businesses, intellectual property that generate returns without requiring your time. Those returns are taxed at lower rates than labor income. They compound. A $500,000 portfolio growing at 8% annually generates $40,000 per year, growing every year, requiring no additional work. The ceiling on this economy is theoretical. Working harder in the labor economy does not move you into the capital economy. It generates slightly more labor income. The only way to move from one economy to the other is to convert labor income into capital, and to do so at a scale and pace that outpaces the cost of maintaining your life while doing so. For households earning median incomes, that conversion is nearly impossible at scale. The numbers. The Federal Reserve's 2023 Distributional Financial Accounts data shows that the top 1% of U.S. households hold approximately 32% of all national wealth. The bottom 50% hold approximately 2.5%. The top 10% own more than 67% of all U.S. financial assets, stocks, bonds, business equity, and real estate, meaning the returns generated by the capital economy flow overwhelmingly to a group that represents 1/10 of the population. Between 1979 and 2020, worker productivity in the United States increased by approximately 61%. Inflation-adjusted wages for non-supervisory workers increased by approximately 17% over the same period. The gap between productivity growth and wage growth, approximately 44 percentage points over 4 decades, represents economic value produced by workers and captured by capital owners. More work, more output, more value created, flowing elsewhere. The access problem. Working harder also does not address the access problem, which may be the most significant structural barrier to wealth accumulation for ordinary people. The investment vehicles available to high-net-worth individuals and institutions are categorically different from those available to ordinary savers. Private equity, venture capital, hedge funds, and direct business investment, the asset classes that generate the highest historical returns, are legally restricted under U.S. securities law to accredited investors, defined as individuals with net worth exceeding $1 million or annual income exceeding $200,000. The investments with the highest returns are legally available only to people who already have substantial wealth. The investments available to everyone else, index funds, savings accounts, 401k plans, generate lower long-run returns. The narrative function of work harder. The work harder narrative serves an important function in this system. It directs the energy, ambition, and frustration of people who are falling behind toward individual effort rather than structural analysis. If the reason you are not building wealth is that you are not working hard enough, the solution is personal. If the reason is that the system routes value away from labor and toward capital through tax structure, investment access barriers, and compound return dynamics, the solution is structural. The first framing requires nothing from the system. The second requires the system to change. This is why work harder is the advice the system produces. Not because it is false, but because it is insufficient, and its insufficiency is never part of the message. Like and subscribe for more analysis of the financial systems shaping your life. Drop a comment. When did you first realize effort alone wasn't the whole answer? Thanks for watching.